Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here at Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back with my weekly daily Walking Dead video for you guys for today, leading up to, of course, Season 9 of The Walking Dead, and, Fear the Walking Dead as well, which I'm very loving. I'm loving Season 4 already of Fear the Walking Dead, but anyway, today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 8. This was a huge request by Ryan's TWD channel / Funko King 20. And by the way, if you obviously we've known each other for a long time. Dude, for me, you're always gonna be Ryan's TWD channel. Because it's just I started watching your channel's Ryan's TWD channel, and it's like, I don't know, when I think of your channel, that's what I think. That's the name that comes up to me in my mind. So I do apologize for that. Because I know you probably changed your name for a reason or whatever. But yeah, just to me, that's kind of gonna be your name. But if you don't want me calling that, if you want me to call you the Funko King 20 from now on, just let me know and I'll do so in the rest of my videos and all that kind of stuff. But he requested, and I've known him for at least about over a year now on YouTube. We interact quite a bit. Mainly about The Walking Dead and Funko Pop talk and all that kind of stuff, because we both collect Funko Pops. But anyway, to the point, I want to talk about, this was a brilliant idea. I actually totally forgot about this topic because I actually did it last year for Season 7, and I did, a couple other videos like this. Ranking from all 16 episodes from worst, my least favorite to my favorite. So you guys can really get a definition of which episodes I thought were the strongest of this season and which ones I thought were kind of the weakest. So that is exactly what we're going to do here. So before I get into the first one, I just want to warn, spoiler warning, if you have not seen Season 8, because I am going to talk about Season 8 like crazy in this video. So, okay, so number 16, my least favorite episode of The Walking Dead Season 8 is going to be Season 8, Episode 11, which I know to a lot of people, even majority of the fans actually like this episode. I did too, I'll be honest. I liked it when it first aired. Looking back at this episode, though, I don't know. There were certain things I really didn't enjoy. The Dr. Carson and Gabriel stuff I felt like was a little extended, where I felt like they could have trimmed a lot of that, actually. Because I don't know, I felt, it wasn't filler. No, it definitely wasn't filler. But it was like the last thing I felt like seeing in, the episode. So, and it took up like half the episode. So, that's kind of why I'm saying that. Then we've got Daryl, Tara in the woods. We've got that stuff going on. It just annoys me, with the Tara and Dwight storyline. I hated that. Happy that she's probably chilled out about Dwight now, so that's great. And, you've got some of the stuff with Maggie at the Hilltop. You are the enemy, and you've got all that stuff. It was alright, I thought it was an alright episode. Rick wasn't even in this episode either, and he's my favorite character too, so kind of gives it an unfair advantage. But anyway, that's the episode 16, or not episode 16, but 16, my, least favorite. Second least favorite is going to go to episode 7, Time for After. So, this episode right here, and I'm going to try to recap it as fast as possible because we're going to talk about every episode. So, I do plan on doing a season review overall for Season 8, but episode 7, for my second least favorite, I just thought this one was just weird for me because I thought that this episode, the last 10 minutes was honestly the only good part. The rest of this episode, the Eugene stuff, was just, it was so annoying. You've got the Daryl Tara stuff, Daryl being just awful. I felt like in that episode he was just so annoying. Him and Tara, seriously, I was like, oh my god, come on, are you kidding me? Seriously, I didn't really enjoy seeing them in this episode, so that's the next one. So number 14 on my list, which is going to go to episode 6, The King, the Widow, and Rick. So this episode right here, I thought this episode was actually one of the strongest episodes when it comes to showing everybody. But this is the next problem. And I actually don't even hate this episode. It's just something that bothered me, and it overshadowed it like crazy and put it at my number 14 spot. It's just the fact that they showed too much, and there was barely progression. Like, seriously, for example, let's take the storyline with the kingdom. We've got Jerry Carol. All she does basically, she goes out there to get Henry. She comes back, talks to Ezekiel, and he doesn't change his mind about the situation. That's it. Rick, he goes to the junkyard, gets captured. You see that, he's like almost naked at the very end of the episode. That's all that happens with Rick. Like, it's very short storylines between everybody, and it was just annoying. However, I enjoyed the episode, but, overall, nah. The Big Scary You is going to be the next one. So, my 13th, favorite. Episode 5, I thought was actually really good. I thought that this is when I really start enjoying the episodes. From 13 and up, these, from my 13th favorite and up, these are the episodes I'm starting to enjoy. So, episode 5, I thought was actually great. The Negan and Gabriel stuff, I enjoyed so much. Some of the backstory. We found out a little bit about Negan's backstory, not too much. The fight between Rick and Daryl, the helicopter, Gabriel and Negan, like I was saying, it's just amazing. I love that episode. Number 12 is going to be The Lost and the Plunderers. This one I actually thought was good. However, I do have one problem with this episode, and it's the names. Rick, Simon, Jadis. I mean, I get what they're going for, but it was a little, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that. The Oceanside stuff was kind of not, it was necessary, it just wasn't that intriguing. I don't know, pretty good episode. I did like the walkie-talkie scene with Rick and Negan though at the end. That was the highlight of the episode for me. Jadis and what happened with her and Simon, so that's pretty exciting. So, number 11 is going to be episode 15, Worth. This one I would put higher on the list because it is the second last episode. But the thing is with this episode is that you really have to look at, okay, seriously, the only thing that really, like, in this episode, the main point of this episode is Negan coming back to the sanctuary and laying down the law. That's the whole point of this episode. And it was really exciting, but, as a leading up to a finale, I mean, it was really cool with Simon and all that. But I had to put it around this point in the list because I didn't feel like I could put it higher because really this episode is pretty easy to sum up, either way, really. But the fight between Negan and Simon, that was amazing. So did get me hyped for the finale quite a bit. Number 10 is going to be Still Gotta Mean Something. Now, I actually know a lot of people, I know almost everybody, thinks that episode 15 was more entertaining than episode 14. I have to disagree. I think episode 14 was better. Probably just because I'm a bigger fan of Rick than I am of, Negan. I enjoyed seeing Rick and Morgan go out there and, what they did with those saviors. A little weird, I'll be honest. I didn't really like when they turned on them. I thought that was kind of like, But at the same time, I liked it because it kind of gave us just a glimpse of, like, season 5 Rick again. It was really cool. And you've got all that stuff going on with Jadis and Negan. It was just, I thought, another great episode. Then number 9 is going to be episode 9, which is Honor. Now, I know a lot of people would probably actually put this low on their list, just, because the kind of episode it was. Moment of silence for Carl. Got to do that. But, I think that this episode, though, it's just, I had to put it this high up on the list because it's so special is the one word, and it's so sad, but it's so special because we're losing probably the biggest character death we've had in the series. So I had to do that. Even though I know a lot of people probably thought maybe another death was, a bigger death. Me personally, I'm still saying Glenn's death was the most impactful death, but, that's just me. So, number 8 is going to be Do Not Send Us Astray, which is episode 13. This episode was amazing. You've got the battle at the hilltop, which is the best part, I would say. You've got Tobin who gets killed, the infection, people are turning in the middle of the night. It was amazing. I loved episode 13. And episode 13 and onward on my list, these other 7 right here I'm about to mention, this is when I was like really hyped about season 8. Number 7 is going to be Some Guy, episode 4. The chase scene with Negan, the chase scene with Negan's men and Daryl and Rick. and then mainly the Ezekiel storyline, him losing all of his people, Shiva and what happened with her. Oh my God, did I ever enjoy episode 4? Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about each episode very much because I want to get through this list because it takes a while to explain. But great episode. My number 6 is going to be the season finale. Now I know for a season finale it shouldn't be number 6, but it was a little bit kind of a disappointment I felt this year for the finale. So I'm putting it at number 6 because it was still a great episode in the war. But the action just simply went by too fast, and also just the overall episode, number 6 I feel like is a good point to put that. Number 5 is going to be the mid-season finale. This one was huge. You've got Carl, the biggest part of the episode, we get the confirmation that Carl is bit by a walker. As if that wasn't crazy enough, Negan, blows up Alexandria. You've got the huge fight between Rick and Negan, which was a fantastic fight scene. And you've got tons of stuff going on here. All the groups kind of surrendering. Negan gets out of the trap. He gets out of his no way out situation, and he comes right at Alexandria right away and lays down the law. But really cool. So number 4 is going to be episode 3, which is called Monsters. This one was awesome. You've got the fight between Morgan and Jesus. You've got Daryl and Rick out in the hall shooting at the Saviors. You've got the death of Eric, the death of Morales. Who cares? I personally thought Morales was, okay. But it was cool to see a season 1 character come back. But really, really just loved that episode overall. Then we've got The Damned, which is my 3rd favorite. This one was just awesome because this one had literally action from the beginning to the end, and it was just awesome. You've got the fight between that guy that's fighting for his baby, and you've got all this stuff, just awesome. Number 2 is going to be Mercy, the season premiere. This one, overall, I thought their plan, what they were doing, very smart. They roll in, they've got the gate in front of them, the kind of shield in front of them. You've got Rick who counts down, best part of the episode, when Rick counts down, starts shooting at Negan, it goes right to commercials. Best time to put a commercial I think we've ever seen. Best commercial break ever in The Walking Dead, I'll call that. When Rick starts shooting at them and then it goes to commercial, I'm like, oh man, seriously. That was awesome. Just great premiere overall. Now to my favorite episode of season 8 of The Walking Dead. Yeah. Now, I was sitting down making this list and I was like, when was the point in time in season 8 that I was the most happy and hyped and satisfied after seeing an episode of season 8? And the first episode, no doubt about it in my mind, that came to me, and it was the first episode I even wrote down, was episode 12, The Key. The fight between Rick and Negan, honestly, that was the most exciting stuff in that episode that the whole season had, for me. Personally, that's the way I view it. So, I had to put that at number 1. Just such an eventful episode. I loved every second of it. Even Georgie and her storyline, I loved that. That was awesome. Because it has some foreshadowing scenes from the comics, and they could be part of another community from the comics. Comic readers know what I'm talking about. So, especially if you've been reading the Walking Dead comic book series lately, you'll know what they kind of resemble, especially Georgie. So, really cool stuff. But I just overall thought season 8 was a great season. And yeah, there you go, Funko King 20. That is my worst 2 favorite. I would like to see you actually do a video, make that making that video too. That would be really cool. So that would be really cool to see you do that video. So go subscribe to Funko King 20. Really cool, and just overall really absolutely love season 8, and can't wait to see season 9. So anyway guys, I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next video. Peace out.